You know what I mean? Get this going. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? Wow, we're here. This is it, yo. This is the last episode, the last new episode of season 2, episode 12, Brown and Balance. Wow, right? Like, I can't even believe we got to 12 episodes this year. It was a big task. We did it. I got to send some thank yous out. Thank you, Big, to my Kamari family. And since we're doing that, if I'm thanking them, we might as well follow them on Instagram at Kamari Community, and then you might as well sign up on the mail. I just got some socks. You know what? They're right here. So I just got some really cool Campari socks in the mail. And anybody knows me knows like I'm a big sock fiend. I love cool socks. I love socks with a bunch of different stuff on them. I got some really nice Wild Turkey socks from my Campari family. So again, sign on the mailing list. You never know what you're gonna get until you get it. All right. So big thank you to the whole team over there. I love you guys. Appreciate all the support you guys giving us over these last 21. I was talking to my super producer before. 21 episodes if you count season 1 and all of our intro shows, recap shows, and all that. Big thanks to Lush Life. You know what I mean? Lindsay, Brittany, Dave, Mobes, Amanda, Liz, Leo, the whole squad. Like I said before, and I'm gonna always say it again, you guys believed in something, an idea that I had a long time ago. We never knew what was going to happen with it, but you guys been there every step of the way. I would never be able to do anything without you. I wouldn't be the HNIC without you guys. So I appreciate all the love, all the support, all the background stuff, cursing me out, Brittany, when I don't get to the emails in time, calling me when I don't answer emails as fast as I should. But yo, thank you for all the support and everything. All the bartenders, all the special guests. Yo, we did it. And this was about showcasing all of you guys. And I can't wait to see what we're going to do beyond. We got some things coming, but I'm not going to spoil those surprises yet. All right, so now that we got those intros out the way, I got to start this off like I always do. Rest in peace to George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery. We got a little bit of justice for you, man. So, and rest in peace. I hope, him and his family able to have a little bit of closure due to that unfortunate accident. You know what I mean? Everybody else we've lost over the years. Breonna Taylor, we're still saying your name. We ain't forgot about you. Hopefully some justice will come soon, through that situation. Rest in peace to my pops. This whole season was dedicated to you, man. So I hope that I continue to make you proud, man. I hope you saw that I had a vision and the things you taught me as far as, following through and being your own man and seeing it, just doing what you say you're going to do, man. I hope you see that I've taken all those Davis recollections and all them stories and all that knowledge from you, man. I've made it, pushed it forward. All right. So we got all that stuff going. This is going to be a great show. We got 3 heavy hitters coming. I can't wait to talk to my brother, who is our featured bartender. I can't wait to talk to my big sister. We're going to talk about these crazy kids. You know what I mean? I'm still not going to cuss. I'm not going to do it yet. To talk about these kids. But before we do that, I was dogging in the gym yesterday. We was having a talk backstage in the green room that we went out. We had a holiday staff party with 16th Street Bar, and I had a few. And then I was at the gym with my brother the next morning. It was a rough one. So we're going to talk about some fitness tips. We're going to bring back our favorite trainer, maven, whatever you want to call it, Miss Christina. Come on up on the screen. You know what I mean? What's up? It's been a while since we had you here.
I know, but time is flying. Like I was like, wow, the last time I was here in July, and I even had to look at my calendar. I was like, it's December. I'm supposed to be on in December.
Already, yo. It's crazy that it's December already. Man.
It really is.
Thank you for being back, being a part. I see you got a little rebrand going. You changed the Instagram name. What's new in your world, and what we gonna talk about today to help us be better, just people, not bartenders?
I mean, as people, period, this is the time when a lot of people, question, hey, what's going on with my health? Is there something I need to change? We got a whole new year coming up. I want to rephrase and reframe the way I see my health. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people tend to start that way. So January 1st is a lot of people go dry January where they don't drink at all. Yeah. I know a lot of people start different types of diets. But the one thing that I focus on is wellness, where you don't have to do these extremes. You don't have to sit there and be like, you know what? I'm gonna not drink for 30 days. Because if you like to drink and then you don't drink for 30 days, but then you drink for the rest of the year, what is the 30 days going to do for you?
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Right.
So it's just learning how to do things incrementally and making small changes every day. Just like what we've been talking in the last year, you've been increasing your time in the gym like significantly, and then doing with your friends and your family. So you're incorporating a community while you're doing this, because you were like, I need to change something, right?
Yeah.
And you did it, and you making baby steps, and trust me, those little baby steps are going to make a big difference.
Okay.
They will.
Okay.
But I got a question for you. How was your sleep last night?
I didn't get a whole lot. I think so. I'm averaging probably 5-6 hours of sleep a night. Right.
Okay.
Now. Yeah.
Like deep sleep. Do you wake up?
Yeah, I wake up throughout the night, all night. You know, I got to do that 2 a.m. bathroom run. You got to do that, and then but I usually wake up periodically through the night.
Okay, so we're going to talk about sleep today.
Cool.
And a lot of misconceptions on sleep is that I even used to do this. I can sleep when I die.
I used to say that all the time. Yeah.
And then, of course, as you become more knowledgeable, that now you can die from not sleeping.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So it's interesting, though. Another misconception is that, if I get drunk and I pass out, that's sleep.
I used to think that too.
Yeah.
But you're about to tell me I was wrong. So.
Yeah. A lot of people that I know, they'll be like, I'll have a cocktail so that I can go to sleep. Because, it's a depressant, so it does make us more sleepy. But it actually interferes with our REM sleep, which is that deep sleep where we dream and where our body actually, removes toxins from the brain, from the gut. And we can't do that if we have alcohol in our system every day, every night when we go to sleep.
Interesting.
So if you can't fall asleep, I have some tips for you.
All right.
Devices. Do not have a device by your bedside at least 30 to 45 minutes before you go to sleep. Okay. That blue light is shining on your skin, and your body thinks it's still daytime and it's still awake, so that you can't bring up the melatonin that you need to. So watching TV, falling asleep to the TV, I used to do that too. I'd be like, I need a TV. I need the TV on to fall asleep. But that tends to just wake you up and mess up your deep sleep that we need. We need our deep sleep, especially as we get older. We have stress that we deal with. Stuff is always on our mind. And by constantly having a device or a laptop or a television, it doesn't allow us to get that deep sleep.
Okay.
Another tip is eating before you go to bed.
But see, now I thought you wasn't supposed to eat super late. See, I go to bed.
You're
late.
Not. You're right.
Right.
This is a tip not to do. Do not eat before you go to bed. Give yourself at least 2 to 3 hours before you decide to go to sleep. Okay. So the blood is flowing and your body is trying to digest food. So that's where all the blood is going. It's going to your digestive system to get rid of the food. But what you want it to do is you want it to go to your brain to clear out the toxins in your brain. And if it's digesting food, then your brain is not getting clear of toxins.
Well, then how do you explain the itis, in Black households? How do you explain that thing? Because I get, as soon as it was just Thanksgiving, it's Christmas, got the holidays, eating a little bit, and then you get that right here, and then you go and you knock right out. So.
Yeah. That's a thing. That happens to me, to be honest, more than Thanksgiving. Like I'll eat and my blood sugar spikes, and then I get extremely tired and I'm sitting there like this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 2:00 in the afternoon. I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, what is going on with me? I'm like, why can't I stay up all day? But then again, as adults, it's okay to take a nap. And I will take me a 15-20 minute nap. And that's completely fine. But try and go for a walk, go outside, get some fresh air after you eat. Especially if you're going out to eat in a restaurant, then you're definitely either probably walking to the train or walking to your car or something like that, just to get your food digested and try not to fall asleep right after.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So another tip is to no caffeine. Typically caffeine stays in our system 6 hours. So if your bedtime is normally around like 10 p.m., try not to have caffeine after 3 p.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's a struggle for a lot of people. That coffee, that quick Pepsi rush.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's. Ugh.
But it keeps you up. The caffeine just keeps your brain going. It keeps your body going. So then it's harder for you to get to sleep.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
Another way to make sure you can improve your sleep is to make sure that you're okay. So TMI maybe, but I sleep naked. The best way to sleep is when the temperature is 56 degrees.
Okay.
So and the thing is like any man I was dating or whatever, they hated me because I would have the windows open, I have the fan on, I'm a hot body, I need to be freezing, and then I fall asleep. I can't sleep when I'm hot. But typically our body temperature, when it is high, it doesn't allow us to sleep comfortably.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense though. I get it. That's why, because I'm the same way. Like I always have the window cracked.
Yeah.
But like I'll be under the cover, but you get that one leg out the cover. And
oh,
all good. That's all you needed.
Yo, that is so me. You have to have the leg out. I can't have socks on. Like
I have to socks be halfway on and off. Yeah, I'm with you. We did it. All right. That's scary that we there. We there though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So make it as cool as you possibly can in your room to help you go to sleep.
Good to know. Good to know. So now it's holiday season.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's coming January. All the people who've been paying gym fees for the year are all gonna come in on January 1st, and they're gonna be calling you, training. Can you please give them some tips to stay consistent throughout the year? Because usually everybody's gung ho January 1st and 31st.
Yeah.
Then come February, it goes down a little bit. And I've been guilty of it in the past. This year, I'm making sure I stay consistent. You know what I mean? Because you kind of, for us especially, it's kind of like our downtime throughout the year for bartenders.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
February, so you kind of want to relax. You might not necessarily want to be in the gym and working out as much, but I'm learning to enjoy it more. Back like when I was younger. So, what are some tips that you can give people to not piss off the trainer, and also to stay consistent throughout the year?
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, we don't get pissed off if you want to, get healthy, get more fit.
I mean, the people that are like inconsistent, like that gung ho, that's what I'm talking about.
Don't go to the gym if you don't like it. That like I always let people know, like, movement is movement. Whether I took my dad rock climbing for his birthday because he'd never done that before. I always say try to figure out what kind of workout you like you're trying to find a partner. Yeah. It's dating. Like most of the fitness clubs or like cycling or rock climb, they'll give you a free entry fee for the first time.
Okay.
So you can try it out. And I've done that. In New York, I was broke. I did not have money to spend on these fancy like fitness clubs and stuff. So I would go. We did a whole rowing class. I did another class that almost like killed me, but they're free. The first one you do is free. Right. So try those different things out. Grab a best friend, grab your partner and be like, let's just try it. Yeah. And if you don't like it, you don't have to go. Try something else. It's going to take time. Like I'm a runner and people are like, but I don't like to run. And I'm like, well, then don't run.
Yeah, I'm not.
There's so many different ways that you can improve your oxygen level, improve your fitness level without having to go to the gym if you don't like it, or if you don't even know what you're doing, and then you're just standing there like, I guess I'll go on the treadmill, and then you're like,
I see those people all the time,
right?
Like, they don't know what to do. They just
exactly, and they look so sad.
Yeah. It makes it a bad experience, so it takes that.
And you're not going to want to go again.
Yeah. Wow.
Another tip, music. If you do go to the gym and it's not like your thing, but you want to try it, man, make yourself a fly ass playlist. Because even if you don't really know what's going on, if you dancing, you're moving.
Fun. Yeah. You're still moving. Yeah. You're still moving. I get it.
But yeah, just date. I say date yourself when it comes to your fitness goals, because there's so many different ways that people are creating different programs, and you can do rowing, rock climbing, you can even do gymnastics. I don't even know if people still have the strip pole classes, but no. That I was like, man, them girls, they flexible. That goals sometimes. I'm like, so try different stuff out.
Shout out to all the dancers. Thank you.
Right.
All your hard work. Much appreciated.
Fitness goals, man.
Yeah. That's what me fitness goals. We appreciate it. Yeah. But now, what you got new coming up for 2022?
Okay, so
what we got going on?
I have my wellness program coming out, and it's for the basic person. It's just to get you to understand that fitness and food aren't the only ways that you can actually become well. Improve your well-being is through sleep, through supplements, through workouts, also through mental health, just getting to understand how you eat too. So my program is pretty detailed, but it makes you not feel like a failure if there's one aspect that you're not excelling in, because that's not life either. You're not gonna just excel at one thing and just be overly healthy. So I mean, that's what my program is all about, just to make people feel confident about what they're doing. And even if you don't go to the gym one day, hey, if you meditated, if you went for a walk, if you were able to eat better than you normally do, that is progress. And that's all what I'm trying to say is it's progress. It's not perfection.
Word. Yeah. So how do people get to your program?
My Instagram, definitely contact me that way. I also have one-on-one specialized coaching, especially if you're an athlete or you're trying to improve your athletic performance through food. And I do have hourly sessions for individuals who are trying to understand what they're missing with their health goals, because with all these diets out there and all this basic information, it's not always correct. So you are unique. Your fitness and wellness goals are unique. So you should have someone treat you like you're unique, and you shouldn't be using Dr. Google to give you all the information.
Word. Yeah. I love it. Christina, thank you. All the tips. Last couple of years, you part of the family. We got some live events coming in 2022. So
I'm so excited.
Figure out how we can get you there. Maybe we can make it like a whole weekend thing. Have you come teach some classes.
I would love to.
You know what I mean? And make some things happen, because you stuck with me now. So.
Oh no, and that's completely fine. You are family, and I appreciate everything that you have done.
Thank you.
And I want you to know, just from somebody watching from the outside, I know that your dad is extremely proud of what you're doing. Because you are walking in these footsteps. You're creating a path that's bigger than you. This is bigger than you. You've created some relationships. I had no idea. We just meet people online, and then I'm going to Charlotte and be like, "Hey, girl, we've only talked online," but it's like we're making these connections, and it's so supportive. And I'm so blessed that I was able to connect with you.
Thank you. Y'all not gonna make me cry on camera. I'm not gonna do it, but thank you.
You're welcome.
Turn my camera off, and you know what I'm saying. Y'all not gonna make. I appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? But no, we're going to get you back in the green room so we get to the next segment. But again, tell the people before we go how they can find you if they have not been following you already.
Yes. So Christina Fit Dietitian on Instagram. Oh, and by the way, I am doing a campaign, Feet That Feed. I'm running 26 miles to support, I totally just blanked. Feeding America.
Okay.
Food, we're all connected through food, whether it's culturally, whether it's socially, or whether it's to nourish our bodies. And there's so many people, even with COVID, it is almost doubled, who are going without food. And I think it's just important, if you can even donate $1, I would really appreciate that. Or if you're in the DMV area and you want to tackle these 26 miles with me, I'm gonna make sure you finish. Trust and believe that. I would really appreciate it, just because there's a lot of people who are dealing with other situations that we're not aware of. So.
Yo, so the T-shirt you're on that I made for you guys, that you and Sherri and me and all y'all that held me down,
Yeah.
I'm gonna create a special promo code for it. Every order of that would be donate back to what you're trying to do.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna do it today. I'll do it today before I got to go to work tonight. Post it up, send it to you so you have it too. Post it up, and then I'll track the sales. And at the end of the month, we'll just donate.
Yeah, it goes straight to Feeding America, and Feeding America helps all of the food banks all throughout the United States.
Done deal. I said it on camera, so now I have to do it. So, it's all good. So, yeah, that's what we'll do. So I'll make that up today, and we'll make that happen so we can support, your program.
Thank you so much, Josh. I really appreciate your support.
Not a problem. I got you. Anywhere in the world, we all good. All right. All right, so that was Christina, ladies and gentlemen. If you ain't been working out, just go back and look at our YouTube. You know what I mean, on the Point of Cocktail Week YouTube. Go back, look at it. You can see all the tips, all the tricks Christina's been giving us from season 1. All right. Also, before we get moving to our next segment, happy holidays, everybody. Happy holidays. It's been a trying couple of years for everyone, and for us to still be here and still be moving around. I just want to say, hey man, happy holidays, you all. Love you guys. I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone spends some time with their family and just really worrying about the things that are really important. There's a lot of distractions out in the world. There's a lot of things in the world that's going on that can, like I said, depression and mental health and all that. Hopefully everybody just taking some time for themselves this holiday season. All right. We also have another thank you. I want to make sure to send a special shout out, special thank you to our partners over at Thirsty, Tara and the team, who we've partnered with for the last 2 years to get our featured bartenders all the interviews. Shout out to the photographers. Shout out to everybody. My man Nick, the photographers that do the awesome cocktail photos. Like it's a team effort here, guys. I know everybody sees me, and I am brown and I am a little balanced, but I'm brown and balanced. But there is a whole team and squad that rock with me. That's not a team behind me. There's a team with me. We rock together and we rock this thing and we have fun. All right. So with that being said, speaking of team, there's only there's 2 women in the world that can really tell me and curse me out and check me and get me to back down and be quiet. One of them is in the comments. That's Miss Brittany Johnson. It's still weird saying that, not Leach, but whatever. And the other one is our correspondent in the streets, my big sister, Sherri Bradley. This little 5 foot nothing, woman is the only one that get me to be like, okay, all right.
And listen, as a testament to you and your growth, I haven't had to do that in a very long time.
I know, right?
I'm
growing up.
Growing all over the place.
I'm growing up a little bit. So Sherri has somebody come get these kids. Sherri is a glamour. She does it all. She rocks out. She does her thing. We had a special guest for her to interview, but y'all gonna get a treat. You're gonna get a Sherri and Josh conversation without the cussing.
Without the cussing.
Now, if y'all come to the bar later tonight, it'll probably be some cussing.
It'll be all the cussing.
But I don't want Anne Louise to send me a text, so we ain't gonna curse today. So with that being said, Sherri, you got it.
Hey Josh.
What up?
Welcome to myself back. I've missed you guys. I appreciate you having me host this Somebody Come Get These Kids segments. Gotta love the kids. Kids are the future. If you don't have a child in your life, and you will at one point, the best thing that I can tell you is to pay attention to people that do and listen and learn. And, you don't have to take advice verbatim, but definitely you want to get every different angle of situations that you can, because raising kids is more than a notion. I've said to you, Josh, that hundreds of times, I'm sure I probably say it thousands of times more in a lifetime. And I think you're an amazing dad. You are all about the kids. Aside from Mr. Mixologist and Brown and Balanced and all of that, what really rocks your world is your kids, and you are an amazing dad.
Thank you.
And one thing I love to see and talk to you about with your kids is your relationship with your daughter. I didn't really have a strong relationship with my dad at all. So I often wonder, like, if I had you know, the type of bond that you and Boo have, what type of woman would I be today? So I want to talk to you about being a girl dad. You know, you've got the 2 boys, and I know you know how to be a man and raise a man.
Yeah.
But talk to me about maybe some challenges that you face or weren't expecting.
A 13-year-old girl that is coming into womanhood, that is starting to have, you know, women things going on with her. Her body's changed, her attitude is changing. Whew. That's all I can say. Like, it's a lot. I didn't. It's funny. So, backstory on me: I never wanted kids because, you know, my background being adopted and all of that. I never wanted any kids, you know. And then I ended up. I had JoJo, and then that was just like, oh man, this is great. I love it. And then when Kimura came, that changed everything. Like,
what's the age difference between JoJo and Kimura?
6.5 years. So JoJo he'll be 20 in July, which is still crazy for me to say that Josiah's gonna be 20 years old. Yeah, he'll be 20 in July. Kimura just turned 13, and then Quan, he'll be 12 in January. His birthday's a week after Christmas. So,
oh wow,
yeah. So, but with her, it was like that girl there. Like, that's my baby. That's the one that looked the most like me. That's my girl. She is daddy's little girl, and now she's going from daddy's little girl to being a quote unquote hormonal teenager.
Oh,
so now it's daddy ain't cool no more. I'm just an ATM. You know what I mean? I don't, they don't hug me. Don't do you embarrass me. I'm that. So it's kind of, it's weird, but we're working through it.
Does it hurt your feelings a little bit?
Oh, that was hurt. I was crushed. Like, I went to like daddy daughter dance, and we was dancing, hanging out. She's like, "Daddy, you ain't embarrass me," you know. And I'm like, "It's me though. I've been cool longer than you've been alive." Like,
right.
You know. But it's cool. It's different. And learning, I've learned how to be a lot softer in my approach. Like with boys, you know, punch them in the chest. You know, get on them. I get because I'm Big George and them wasn't soft on me, and I just ain't soft on no boy like ever. But with her, I had to learn, and I'm still learning how to like take the gloves off and just talk to her and be a little bit more mindful because, you know, unfortunately we're not in the same household. So she has a way of doing things with her mom and her sisters over there, and then we have a way of doing things here. And so it's walking that fine line, you know what I mean, and trying to balance it out. But it's I didn't want a girl because when the first little stanky boy come to my house, I'm not gonna.
You gonna bad boys him?
I already did one. Some little boy come over here last summer to ride bikes with her, and I was like, you know, I came to the door. I said, "What's up? More home? What you want, man? Like, what's up?" Well, we was gonna go ride bikes. I said, "You ain't even introduce yourself to me." I closed the door and just.
Oh Lord. Well,
come get my baby. You crazy?
You're gonna learn today.
Yeah, real fast. So,
do you remember anything specifically that your dad taught you, or maybe you learned from your dad about being a dad?
Yes. The first thing, dealing with me and my sister that I grew up with, she was daddy's little girl too. Because we both were adopted. So my parents they adopted kids. That was super dope and selfless. And I don't think it's crazy. Like I want to give mine away sometimes. So I couldn't even imagine taking on that responsibility of someone else. But I learned from him to be more stern because she got away with a lot, and pretty much it all fell on me because I was the boy and I was the one that, you know, talk back and say what like, no, that don't seem right. So I learned how to balance out discipline with the kids and make sure everybody's accountable for what they do. Like I don't get on one more than the other. You know what I mean? I get on them all equally. I just get on them differently.
Right. Within there, with what you know they can.
Yeah. Like I know JoJo. Like we had one physical confrontation when he got a little bit bigger. You know what I mean? And he lost. He lost badly. But I know once we had that, we were fine.
Yeah.
I know with Quan, I can't yell at him. I got to talk to him. You know what I mean? If I yell at him, he shuts down. He's not like me. You know what I mean? Like you get aggressive with me, I'm either going to get aggressive back or I'm going to back away. And that's him. And with Kimura, I just have to talk to her. I just have to keep that constant communication going with her and just see what's going on in her day. And just let her know that she needs a lot of reassurance.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with that because she's a lot like me too. I do as well. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I see 3 different parts of my personality in all 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Yeah. Which one of them is most like you?
Oh shit. So probably Quan. Jaquan that's most like me. Josiah emulates what he thinks I am. He I keep my kids away from like y'all know Jai. You know me.
Right.
You know how when I'm hanging out and I'm you know what I mean? So Josiah's heard things about his father. So he tries to emulate what he thinks I am. And I've had to kind of bring him back down, like, no, bro, that ain't how I move. But Quan is the one, like, he's the thinker. He's the one that's gonna just sit back and observe everything, and he's gonna tell you exactly how he feels, and really don't care about consequences.
Oh.
Like we had it yesterday. I said something to him. He was like, "Man," I said, "Dude, crazy. Who you talking to?" And he was like, "Well, I was just saying, Dad." And then now we got to go back and forth because he don't realize like I'm cool, but I'm still Dad. Like I'll bust your ass, man. Like we don't play like that. You know what I mean? So. I'm not. No, don't abuse the children, y'all. Don't abuse them.
Don't abuse.
I'm just saying,
not
like,
condone.
Yeah, no violence against children, but at the same token, I got to get a little on him a little bit more to bring him back because he's so smart and he's so intelligent and he thinks so differently that he thinks we're on the same level sometimes. I have to let him know we're not.
I know that Josiah has done some stuff within the industry. Mm-hmm. What do you think about him being in the industry?
He could do it once he graduates college. I just want him to. He'll be the first boy in the family, biological or otherwise, to graduate college.
Okay.
I didn't go. I told him. I said I made a lot of different decisions when I was younger, and I did a lot of things. And I went to a different type of college. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. I just want you to have that experience.
Yeah.
Like, the one thing in life that I personally regret. And I don't have no regrets for real. But that's the one thing I never got that college experience.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I just want him to have that and to get it. And he's enjoying it. He's loving it. He sees why I want him to do it.
Okay. Good.
So
sweet.
Now we're good.
Where is he? What school?
He's at Lincoln College down in Lincoln, Illinois.
Okay.
Downstate. He's down there in Trump country, but
about to come home. Well,
he's home. He came home yesterday. He's been out partying. I ain't seen him yet, so he's been out partying. So because he can't come in my house after a certain time. Gotcha. It's funny.
I remember what it was like when I used to come home from college on break, and there was a certain amount of parties that everybody, were at the IITs and all of that. So I can just imagine now with
social media
and accessibility
and
everything, and that is.
I will say this: he's responsible because he texts me all night. He'll be like, "Hey, Dad, I'm here. Dad, I'm here. Hey, Dad, I'm gonna go to my mom's house. I'm gonna stay there." And I'm like, "Okay," because he can't walk in my house after a certain time. Like,
right.
We don't do that. There's no. I don't care how old you are, as long as you have keys here and you still get mail here. It's my house. You can't. Right. You know what I mean? You can't do that. I can come in whenever I feel like.
Well,
but you better be here
in your house,
right? You know what I mean? And I got cameras. I know when you're here and when you're not. So
Do you have any holiday traditions that you do with the kids?
Nah, we just hang out. Growing up, my parents were super religious. I didn't really do holidays.
Okay.
Growing up, lately we've been doing stuff like we're gonna do a little Friendsmas. We had so much loss in our family this past year. With god brothers, uncles, and my dad and all that. So we're starting to do them now. Where everybody gets together. My house is usually the hangout spot, so we all get together. So we're gonna start that. I think this year we're gonna have a Friendsmas next week, and then we go from there.
Nice, cool. Are you done? Do you shop for them for Christmas or?
Not no more. No, they have expensive taste. So
they get anything.
They're gonna get X amount of dollars each, and you go buy whatever you want to do with that. You know what I mean? Like.
They're at that age.
I told him to put a list together, and that list looked like my list. And I said, "Oh no, this is not gonna work."
You'd have to be working every day.
Man, you hear me? iPads and phones and all. I'm like, nah, look, I'm gonna give y'all some money, and I'm gonna take y'all to the mall and let y'all go crazy.
Yeah, I'm still I still have to put up the tree for Miss Lonnie Pooh. before she came, you know, I had gone years. Like this would be the extent of my Christmas. Hey, Merry Christmas.
Right.
But you know, to go through and build those memories so that she has all of that. You know, I was really tired and didn't want to do Thanksgiving, but my mom was like, you know, for baby, and I'm like, okay, yeah.
And for us, it was important to do Thanksgiving. It was like, you know, my cousin, like I said, my aunt passed and my dad. It was like, you know what? Let's all just get together.
Yeah.
And celebrate, you know, even though they're not here with us, like let's all just you know, hang out. So Thanksgiving was super important. I've never done a tree. So I was thinking about doing a tree, but my kids, they big now, so they don't, all they care about is what you gonna give me, Dad. I am truly the ATM. That's all I am right
now. So you done? Any more kids if you get married?
If I get married, if I get a wife, baby, if she wants one, I've always said, like, if I get married, I would want one that looks like us. So like if me and you in some alternate universe got married, we need a little Sherri and Josh.
Right.
That's gonna raise hell on everybody.
I was about to say,
man, that's
bad as hell.
That mixture is that's a crazy mixture. But like I always said, like if I ever got married, and I feel like I could do one more. Do one more. You know, so we'll see. I don't know. Getting married ain't looking real good right now, but we working on it.
Anything can happen, baby. Anything.
Hey,
never
the
say
last
never.
2 years ain't showed nothing else. Anything can happen anytime. So we'll see. You know what I mean? But if it happens, If not, no. But I will say, I always say, I will never have another child out of wedlock. I'll never be in a situation where it's 2 different households. I never want to do that again. So that's a lot of stress on the children.
It is
on the parents. You know what I mean?
It really is, and I think people really discount how much stress it is on the kids when they're going through that type of situation. And as people are starting to normalize going to therapy, or at least, you know, opening up the opportunity to talk to somebody, you know, and get things out in the open, I think it's even more important that we recognize when kids need a therapist or somebody to talk to, because they're going through, like with my granddaughter, you know, she lives with me, but sometimes she goes to the other grandmother's house and she's got siblings over there. And, you know, as an adult, I'm like, you know, we thinking like, man, but imagine as a 4-year-old.
Right. You know, confused.
What is she thinking? So I think paying attention to what our kids are going through and feeling, and trying to assess the best way to help them is like one of the most important things, you know, skills of parenting.
That's the breakdown of the Black family too. You know what I'm saying? It's over time, like the Black family got broken down that way.
Absolutely.
And it's like, you know, so then it's like the normal. So like when I grew up, I had mom and dad in the house. So that was normal to me. But there were my friends and peers and homies that they might not have had that. So their normal was, I go to my dad's house this time, I go to my mom's house over here. And it's like that generationally.
Or my grandmama raised me.
You know what I mean? Or my aunt or my uncle.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like my best friend, God bless Aaron, you know, his birthday's in a couple of days. His uncle adopted him. You know what I mean? And so now he's like, in his adult life, he doesn't even understand like mom, dad, kid, that whole family structure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it'll mess up generations to come. And it's like we gotta figure out a way to try to break that cycle and get back to families all being together the whole time. So.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Okay. This is all as well as I know you.
I know it's weird, like
a lot of this is all stuff that I feel like okay. As we wrap up, tell me, what is your proudest dad moment? And you can either do it per child, or you know, a combination of, or one thing, or what do you pat yourself on the back for?
Getting Jojo, getting him to 18. And like he's not what I was at 18. You know what I mean? Like when I was 18, I was on the block, I was in the streets, I was doing all type of stupid stuff. You know what I mean? But for him to like not know anything about any of that, to graduate, top of his class, going to college, you know, just being a little goofball 18-year-old with no worries, like that. That's proud for me.
But being able to be a little goofball at 18 with no worries, because nowadays a young Black man at 18 can't,
He got so much stress.
can't be a goofball with no worries. They got plenty of worries, and they either out on some stupid, that's definitely something to be proud of. You should be proud of that.
Yeah, the fact that like he didn't even know. I remember, I'll never forget. He was in high school. He called me and somebody said some, like some gang stuff. Anybody that's not from Chicago is a gang-run city. You got to know where you at all the time. You got to have on the right stuff. You got to say the right things. We get approached. And he called me and he was like, "Dad, what does this mean? And what does that mean?" I was like, "I did my job." When I was 16, I knew what all of it mean because I knew where I had to be and where I couldn't be and where I couldn't. And I was like, I did what I was supposed to do through all the, stress and BS with me and his mom because we were young and, trying to figure it out. Through all of that, my son is so far removed from some of the stresses and things I had on my shoulders. That's my job. I did my job. You know what I mean? And look at him now. It's crazy. Like that's my dude, man. He's just a good kid.
Look, I'm gonna get my old lady on right quick. He's a fine young man, Josh.
Yes, he is. That's my dude, man.
He's a fine young man.
Yeah, indeed. That's my dude, man. He got a girlfriend now too, by the way. He told me the other night. He sent me a picture and said, "Dad, well, I can't say exactly what he said on camera. I'll text it to you. But he said I'm off the market." I said, "My dude, all right, what you want to do your thing, man."
Oh my goodness.
He said, "Now you gotta get you one." I said, "Ain't that about nothing?" Thanks, son.
Slow down, pump your brakes.
Right, I'm good right now, man. So, but him now is that for Boo. I can say Boo is the entrepreneur of the three. She kind of following in my footsteps. She self-taught herself how to do nails, and she's self-teaching herself how to braid hair.
Oh, wow.
So because she wants to be in the hair business and all that. So she's literally looking at YouTube videos. I bought her a nail kit and a little mannequin head, and she literally just in her room doing that all the time.
Wow. I mean, that's definitely the spirit to have.
Yeah, that's super dope to me. And then the little guy, if I don't kill him first, because he's meat all over again. Yeah. He's working on his like video game streaming. Like this is something he just wants to do on his own. So my best friend, he doesn't know this, and he won't see this, so I ain't worried about it. Right. My best friend's building him a gaming computer for his birthday.
Oh, man.
He's gonna be stuck in his room. He's trying to teach himself. He has a YouTube channel, and he's teaching himself how to edit videos. So I got him a ring light. So he's doing his thing. So I'm just proud that they just not these little knucklehead kids that we see, you know what I mean, that we see outside. I mean, looking at these kids like, where your mom and them at? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
right.
Like I can't. Like, but that's what happened when your mama 25, your grandmama 36, and your great grandmama 47. So,
Yeah, and they all hang out together at the club.
All they do is eat crab legs, drink Hennessy. You know what I mean? So that's what happens when it happens. No disrespect to nobody out there that got that going on, but
none at all.
So speaking of that, Josiah probably gonna call you looking for a shift, just so you know.
Well, listen.
I told him to call you.
You know me.
Right, exactly. I said, hey man, we'll get you in there some kind of way.
Absolutely. Shit. All right, Joshua.
All right, that was it. Oh, for y'all that don't call me Joshua, Sherri, like one of 3 people that can do that.
That's a me thing.
Yeah, do that.
That is a me thing. So tonight we are working together. These shifts roll around every once in a while. We always have a good time. I'm not drinking with you tonight, Josh.
I'm not drinking tonight neither. I gotta go drink water. You heard what Christina just said.
Water. Yeah, I did.
With water, shots of water all night. I'm not doing it. Nope. We're gonna get out of here.
We always have a good time. I love you. I'm super proud of this platform that you've built off of, nights of talking and saying.
A drunk idea.
We need, I believe, and look at you now.
I know, right?
The song says. So very good, sir.
Thank you.
I'm super proud of you, and I love you very much.
I love you too. That was Somebody Come Get These Mother Kids. That was the original title. I can say this now. That was the original title. Somebody Come Get These Kids.
Because that's really what you want to say when you get to that point.
You really want to say these kids, but I say that at least twice a week. So you know what I mean? Speaking of that, we're gonna have your kid in the bar tonight.
Yeah.
How you feeling now? Now I'm gonna ask you now, how does that feel to have your son? Because see, my son wants to get in the industry, your son's in it.
Yeah. I have mixed emotions about it. Honestly, sometimes I love it because I love the industry and I know what it can do and the roads that it can take you to, and that's good and bad. And sometimes if you don't take the good road, then you're on the bad road, and that's an easy slope to slip down on, especially coming into the industry young. So from the aspect of, him coming up, being of age and in this industry is, is much looser than any corporate environment that he's never really been a part of. But then it also allows him to kind of be the individual and, be himself and do something that he enjoys. So I know it's super important for people to work in a field that they like. And I know that this is something that he really likes, where he wants to go and what he wants to do. He's just now starting to really get the bartender bug. So I am excited about that. And I have, proud mom moments where I try and be off to the side. And, when we're in the bar together, I'm trying to manage him. And then he'll yell from the end of the bar, "Hey, Mom." And then everybody in the room be like,
yeah.
But, it's something that I had him in because he used to help me with my bartending service. So I'm not really surprised that this is, an industry that he went into.
Yeah.
I just hope that he uses it for what it can really do for him and grows with it.
Yeah, that's the one thing I told him. Like, I remember I hired him when he was 16 for an event. I called you, like, I need a bar back.
Yeah.
I told him the other week, a couple weeks ago, I told him, I said, man, when I got in this industry, you know what I mean? It was a hustle for me when I got in because at the time, I had just had Josiah and I needed to get off the block. So I wasn't a 9-to-5 guy. Like, that's just not my personality.
Right.
And I was like, I need a job where I could still make quick cash. I could still turn money over. And it was fine for that. But then once I started loving it, I made it a real career.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, do this. Don't do it because it's fun and because you get to kick it with me and moms. We travel, we do all this. Right. I said, but do it because you really love doing this. Because if you don't love it, you will not want to be in this business long.
Not long.
You know what I mean? I said, we got damn near 20 years here. You got damn near 20 over there. We got a lot of experience. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, I don't stick with nothing that long if I don't really love it.
Exactly.
So, I told him, like, man, just love it. And I do the same thing. If it's a slow night, I'll back off and I just watch. I let him bartend.
Right.
Just so he can start get them reps in and just get ready. So
and that's that especially for me, it's inclusive of everything from a service standpoint. So, I'm, go and check this,
Yep.
He looked at me crazy the other day because I was like, okay, you don't have to slam the ice in the sink. Because if I was a patron sitting on the other side of the bar and every 5 seconds you slamming the damn ice in the sink, it disrupted my whole groove right now. Right here at the sink. I gotta hear it at the door. So like
that's Mama Sherri, y'all. Just so y'all know, if y'all don't know, that's Mama Sherri. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna get it. You're gonna get one or two of them.
I'm way growner than her son, and she do it to me too. So. It's all good. Well, thank you, Sherri. Let's get to our featured bartender. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
We'll see you in about 6 hours. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're gonna rock out and have some fun.
I got
super producer. Now look, you cut me off, but if you cut Sherri off, you got to deal right.
That's all good.
Later, Sherri. I'll see you in a minute, y'all. All right, so that was come get these kids, man. That was me and Sherri talking about these crazy kids of mine that you guys see on the internet, man. It was a lot of fun. I always love talking about my babies. Shout out to my man Kyle Braggs, another bartender here in Chicago, who married 2 young children, and he works in the industry. He works at Mastro's downtown. We wanted to get him on this week, but unfortunately, he had some scheduling conflicts and we couldn't. So a little more screen time for me. But without further ado, actually, no. Campari Community, guys. Y'all know what it is. Campari Community, hit the mailing list, get you some cool Wild Turkey socks. If they don't fit you, you can always send them to me. I'll take another pair. You know what I mean? But I'm very sure it's the holiday season. Campari is going to be sending more things out now and through to 2022. So please get involved with them. They are awesome partners. They are awesome sponsors. They really, really embody, service and community and really trying to keep us all together. So please, guys, follow Campari Community, sign up on the mailing list, get busy. All right. Now, without further ado, we'll get to our featured bartender. It's my dog, man. We've known each other for some years. We're rarely in the same place. So it's hard for us to connect. But the times we connect, it's always love. He's from one of my favorite cities. And he came from another one of my favorite cities to go to one of my favorite cities. And he is really, really, truly a fixture in the South who I feel like, you know what? I ain't gonna tell you what I feel like. I'm gonna let him tell you. Scott Israel, man, pop up on the screen, brother.
Yo, hey, yo, what's good with you, my G?
Man, dog, I'm chilling, man. This is love. I'm so happy to get you on here, man, for real.
Absolutely.
Like, you did the Instagram thing, and that was dope, but I'm really glad to get you on even the bigger side of it, man, to tell your story, show people how dope you are, man. Because I always, like I said, from afar, before we really knew each other, was like, that brother got it. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate you taking the time to be a part of the Brown and Balance family. I know you got the tank top already.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, because you hit me like, dog, I better get a tank top. You know what I mean?
I was on a mission. Bro. From the first time I seen that, I'm like, I need that. I see you in Kentucky, Louisiana, don't matter where. I'm like, Josh, bro, you got me. You got me on that tank. You know
Always, man. So, yo, for anybody who doesn't know you, man, tell your story, man, how you got in the industry and what you do.
Yeah, sure, man. I'm Scott. I go by Scott Israel or Scott Hicks. Either one works for y'all. I'm a bartender here in New Orleans, Louisiana. Currently working at Cure as cocktail bartender there. Been doing that for about a year, obviously with a lot of changes with things going on through the pandemic. That was sort of where I ended up. Those people are like family to me, though. I've been working with them on and off for like 6-7 years. So been doing my thing with them for a little bit. Worked a lot of places around town, a spot called 12 Mile Limit. I was also at Compare Le Pen, Nina Compton's spot for a couple years when we went over there and had like the Spirited Award winning crew. Mm-hmm. So, I've been in the game here in New Orleans for about 7 years, but I've been doing this thing in hospitality and behind the bar for on and off for like, I don't know, like you, about 20 years now. Yeah. They say black don't crack. We still look young. But
we still got it, man. You know what I mean?
We've been in this game for a hot minute, though. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, this game took some of my hair, man. But outside of that,
man. Don't even get me started. I'm not going to tip down and let you get a little preview of the back. You know what I'm saying? Everything got to stay from a particular camera angle. You know what I'm saying?
I got you, man. Being in New Orleans, man, that's a city that's like a hospitality city, period.
Oh, yeah.
What are some of the things like you face in New Orleans? I mean, because it's a super black city, period. Mm-hmm. Like just overall, what are some things you face moving into being cocktail bartender in New Orleans as a city that, like, when I first got in the game, it was only one bartender in New Orleans everybody knows. I ain't got to say his name because everybody knows his name. You know what I'm saying? I got to get him on Brown and Balance too.
Right.
One person that everybody knows. So what are some things you face to kind of make your name in the city and be known?
I'll tell you what, man, like this city is interesting because, we're 60% black. We got a black mayor, black police chief, all that, And one other thing that I think is real interesting is hospitality is our number one job in the city. The majority of people who work in the city more than any other industry work in hospitality. Either you're working at a bar or restaurant, you're working at a hotel, a convention center, any kind of thing. Like that's our main industry. So it's like there's a lot of competition out here. There's a lot of places you could be. There's a lot of really great places, but like finding a place where you can get your foot in the door. Because you know how it is. If you're about this life, once you get your foot in the door, it's just a matter of showing them what you can do, But like getting your foot in the door with the right people. Because you know how this industry is. It's like a lot of it is who you know, who's friends with who, somebody's cousin, somebody's daddy, So getting past that, especially for bartenders like us, there ain't a lot of our daddies or our uncles who was owning cocktail bars in the city. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So that ain't the entrance for us. We got to sort of work our way in. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And look, even for me as an experienced professional, I had to come in and I had to serve tables in a cocktail bar in order to get that base education. I had to put that work in. Wow. Even though either myself, I'm like, man, I'm in my 30s. I've been doing this so long. Why do I have to go back down the ladder? But you know how it is. Sometimes you got to take a step forward, take 2 steps forward. You know?
Exactly. Speaking of that, man, with them humble beginnings, man, you working with our brother Teray, and you doing some really cool stuff with Turning Tables, man. You want to tell everybody what Turning Tables is, your role, and what you guys are doing down there?
Absolutely, man. That's something I'm really proud of. Got to give a huge shout out to my man Torrey Folks, because he does most of the hard work. He either does it or he finds somebody to delegate it to. You know what I'm saying? But he's the front man, But basically, this is something that started a few years ago. Just us sitting in the bar one night, like most great ideas come up. He's like, man, you know what we should do? He's like, I want to have a program. We got so many young black people in this city, a black city, a hospitality city, and we got so many good jobs in these bars, these cocktail bars, these hotels and restaurants, but there's not a pathway for these young black people where they can see, where they can be like, okay, I can become Ray. I can be like Josh. I can be like Scott and like make a living out of this thing. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, so much of it is representation, man. You know, like you don't see nobody that looks like us doing what we do. It's just not, there's a reason there's not a whole ton of kids, black kids, playing hockey. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, you don't see, there ain't no black Sidney Crosby out there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's like, he put this program together. We really worked hard. Basically, we take people who are interested in the industry. Some of them have worked in a restaurant. Some of them have not. And through some incredible partnerships, including with Campari, big shouts, you know, big shouts. Through some incredible partnerships with some of our partners in town, we've been able to put together a concise program that gives these kids, man, I think it's 6 or 7 weeks of training, spirits, cocktails, history, technique, all these different things, not to mention just like some things about how to handle yourself in the industry, how to approach different types of guests, the homie Cheyenne, who I'm sure you know down here, put together a great thing when I was there last week about gender identity and how to handle people behind the bar and in front of the bars. You know, so we try to really give them a holistic type of training that gets them not just able to work. Because look, you know how it is. You can have somebody come in your bar train for 2 weeks and you can get them able to work. You know what I'm saying? But to really be able to be impactful and show off in this industry, we really get them ready. Like, shoot, the stuff they're learning that they learn in a straight line took me years of experience and making mistakes and all these different things, you know? And it's like, they get provided with kits for cocktail making. They learn how to work cocktails. They talk to different people. And like, even this week, we're actually reaching the end of our 3rd session. And on Monday, I'm going to be going down to Seafood Sally's. It's a place where Teray and them have actually put together the bar program and hired a staff basically just from Turning Tables graduates. So they're running their own bar out there, really nice cocktails, really nice everything, you know, and doing super high-end seafood. So big shout to Seafood Sally's, you know.
That's super
But for their basically like their final exam, on Monday, they're having a little cocktail competition, you know. So I'm going to come down. Most of my work is as sort of mentor, contact for these kind of things. I sort of look at Teray a lot of times and I'm like, hey, dog, don't forget we need to be doing this or that. So that's where my sort of stuff comes into the day-to-day. But I'll be playing a role of judge, you know? And it's like, look, I love all these cats. I don't even want to call them kids because they all grown. You know what I'm saying? I love all these cats. And it's going to be hard for me. I keep joking. I'm like, oh, I want to be like the Gordon Ramsay and come up and like spit the drink out and toss it. But like, I know how hard these people work in and I know they're putting the work. So I ain't going to be able to do it like that, you know? I'll just give them some little tips where I can here and there. And man, we just not even sending them off. Like we're basically sending them off to jobs. You know what I'm saying? So
man, that's dope, kid. That's super dope. I was talking to Teray, I think right when the hurricane hit. I was supposed to be there that Monday. I was coming down to talk to the class and just let them know like what I do, who I am in the industry. Because I was, like you said, representation matters, right? Like you see all these people on this shirt, they were our representation. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like Clyde and all them. So now we're representation for the newcomers. And I always want them to feel like they can approach us. Like somebody hit me one day and was like, "Oh man, I saw you, but I ain't know if I should say." I'm like, I ain't no celebrity.
Yeah, come on, man.
Don't holler at me. Like I'm not no celebrity. I'm just me, man. Like I'm a regular dude. But when people see us, they see we're on Brown and Bounce. You turn the tables and Chocolate City, and you're doing all these cool things. They start to get that intimidation factor. So I always want them to feel like it's real, bro. Come holler at me. I'm a regular cat just like you are that just found my way in the game, and I'm gonna help you without some of the trial and error mistakes. So I got to call Teray, man, because you know y'all next class comes, I'm coming down there.
Come on, man.
Let them just talk to them, let them know who y'all. Bring them some t-shirts or something, man. Just let them know, hey, man, y'all can do whatever you want to do in this industry. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You don't have to be relegated to just a cocktail bar. You can do anything. Just find your passion and go with it. You know what I mean? So that's next. We'll see if Brown and Balance turn the tables collaboration.
Only a matter of time, my G. Only a matter of time. I mean, now that we're getting back outside a little bit, we need to get back that in-person Brown and Balance.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, it's coming. 2022. We got, I can't say it yet, but we got some things.
Yeah. Some things cooking, though. Some things cooking.
Yeah, it's a lot of things cooking, man. If you wasn't in this game, what would you be doing?
Whew, man, you know, I have been sort of in and out of the game a long time over the years. You know, like a lot of us, it was like, I like doing this. I'm making good money, but God, should I be doing, you know, a blank or doing this, like a more responsible job. That was something I used to deal with a lot when I was younger, you know? And, you know, I'm back here because I love doing this. Not to mention we can make a good living, but like I enjoy it. I enjoy the people. I enjoy the vibes, everything. But if I wasn't doing it, and I was at this point in my life where I'm like, you know what? I'm not forcing myself to 9 to 5. I'd probably be working in entertainment. Like, I've done a lot of like backstage, behind the scenes stuff for music and entertainment stuff. And honestly, we got a lot of that here with the movie industry and TV industry in New Orleans. So I'd probably be working as a lighting guy, electrical, production. That's like sort of my bag. You know, the person who makes the hot thing happen, you know?
Right. You're pretty much a bartender, just in another way.
Yes,
exactly.
Exactly. Serving them electricity instead of drinks or sound, you know what I'm saying?
That's dope, man. I love that, man. So look, yesterday I talked about your cocktail yesterday in the gift giving guide because you got our brothers Aaron Joseph and Ezra with Carry Collective. They had like a mint syrup and different things that you can purchase.
Okay.
So let's talk about the talisman, bro. Because I was looking at this like, oh, I want to make one of these. Like, you know what I mean? Let's break down this dope drink, man. Because Chinar is a flavor that's, you know what I mean? It's not the easiest to really, you know what I mean, mesh well in cocktails, but I love playing with it.
Oh, yeah.
It really opens up your creativity because you're trying to figure out how to make it come through, but not make it overpower the entire cocktail. So let's break down your drink, brother.
Absolutely, man. This is one I was real happy with. I really love Chinar. One of my favorite ingredients. Like we said, I have just a little glass just neat right now for while we're chatting. But the way when I look at cocktails, I got my own sort of technique. I look at it and say, okay, I want something with Chinar as my base spirit. So my first thought is, okay, that's going to bring the bitterness to the drink. The way to balance that cocktail now is I want something sweet, I want something herbaceous, and then a little bit, always when I'm dealing with a bitter liqueur, a little touch of salt, because bitter and salt, for those who cook, know it's the exact same thing. That salt will open up your flavor. That salt will open up your drink, just like it does with food. So start off with a bit of Chinar. From there, I'm like, I like a low-proof drink as much as the next person, but I like a little something with a little bit of weight also. So we go into one of my favorites, the Wild Turkey Rare Breed Rye, 3/4 of an ounce to just kick up the heat, kick up the flavor a little bit. The real kicker to the drink for me is the strawberry. You know, there's only a small amount of syrup in the drink, so the strawberry really brings the brightness and the sweetness. It's something that when used in like a daiquiri or anything like that can almost make like a overpowering fruity flavor. But if you pair it with Chinar or something that's intensely bitter, it's a real interesting effect, you know? Like you get your bitter, you get your sweet, but even though both of them are sort of on the extreme edges, they come together and blend really beautifully. So you got your Chinar as your base spirit, you got your Rare Breed Rye to bring your heat, a little bit of mint syrup for some light sugar and flavoring, strawberry, little salt, and the kicker for me is a bar spoon of Braulio. It's an Alpine liqueur, another Amari that I really enjoy. An old bar manager, you know, you never notice when you pick these things up, taught me this trick years ago. He's like, man, a bar spoon of Braulio will dry out a drink that has some flavors that range wildly, some real heavy flavors. Just that little bit sort of brings it all back together, ties the whole drink together. And then, you know, citrus oil every time, especially with something bitter, lemon peel, express and discard. We got the sexy big rock for presentation, and then just a single mint leaf on top, because we're only dealing with a little bit of mint flavor, and just the visual of mint with the tiny flavor of mint, those two combine to give you just the little bit you need to tie the whole drink together.
It activates your palate and lets you know.
Exactly.
There,
you know, you gotta see it to know it's there. You know what I'm saying? So that single leaf, that really sets it off. That's also dope. Like the, oh, what's that? Give me that kind of effect. You know what I'm saying?
I like that, man. I like that a lot. Like I saw it and I was like, ooh, this looks really good. I need to.
You know, I had to bring something for y'all, man. I wasn't gonna come with no BS. You know,
I expected nothing less, brother. You know, I know how you give it up, man. All right, so look, before we get out of here, I got 2 questions for you, and I haven't asked these in a while, but I figure it's the last episode. I gotta give it to you. So 5 dinner guests that are alive. It could be anybody ever.
All right.
That you're gonna have for you. So 5 people outside you would love to have dinner with together.
Okay, let's start. Let's start in the sports world. I like to talk to Wilt Chamberlain. I just want to know, because you know, so much everybody, especially in our generation, these kids these days don't know. But like our daddies used to tell us, they're like, yo, this was that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing is, it was before the internet, it was before even like sports pages. So not so much of that is just lost in history. You know what I'm saying? So like, let me have a drink with that dude and be like, yo, dog, 100 points. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Did it
40
happen?
rebounds a game for a year. Let me hear about this. So
Right.
that's one.
Okay.
That's one. You know what I'm saying? That's one. I say probably Quincy Jones. You know, I mean, the guy's just had such a huge influence over music for our lives, our entire lives. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention movies. I mean, we all seen The Wiz. We know how it is. You know what I'm saying? We all seen The Last Dragon. We know what it is, you know?
Absolutely.
So, Mr. Jones, that's another one. You know what I'm saying? That's another one. Let me see who else we got here.
Three more. Those two, the stories with those two would be crazy enough.
That's what I'm saying. And these are the ones we ain't getting. You know what I'm saying? These are the ones we ain't getting. I have to throw in my man Barry, throw Obama in there, you know?
Of course.
I want to know what it's like when the cameras ain't on. You know what I'm saying? Like when my man is having a little drink in his little office at night and he's like, these you know, like I want to have that conversation with him while dude is smoking a cigarette on the slide. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's a must. Let's see who else we got. We got to slide in there. Who else we got? We got to slide in there. I would say you, my man. You know, the OG, the triple OG. You know what I'm saying? Somebody even an old head like me can look up to. You know what I'm saying? That's for sure. And the fifth and final person. Number 5. It's got to be save the best for last situation. You know who I actually want to talk to would catch everybody by surprise? Your boy from the Food Channel with the flame shirts. What's his name? Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri.
I used to think he was all a joke. You know what I'm saying? So like, the pandemic came around. I see him doing a lot of stuff with people in our industry, and like see him talking. I'm like, you know what? This is actually a real dude right here. You know what I'm saying? So I like to chat this dude up. You know what I'm saying? About our industry and see what's cracking.
That'd be the only time I'd be really quiet and I'd just be listening in that room.
Right?
Man.
I just be like, y'all just begin. You know?
Yeah, I'd just be really quiet. All right. So the next one, I was gonna ask you starting 5 New Orleans bartenders, but I've already got the other New Orleans bartenders out. They've done it already, so
hopefully I made that 5. I mean, I'll come off the bench if I got to. If I gotta come off the bench and beat them up, I'll do it. You know
Janae put you on her 5. I think Teray did too. So you
good.
Okay.
Solid starter then. You know.
But who? It could be anybody. Don't have to be just New Orleans. Who would you like to see on Brown and Balance Live next season? But the kicker is whoever you name, you got to connect me with them if I don't know them, so that way.
Okay. I got a couple actually. I got a couple right here in New Orleans. One of my dogs, guy who's been a bit of a protege of mine, got a great career of his own as a stand-up comedian and as a sort of a rising black bartender in the game. Kamari Stevens, dude is incredibly talented, real dedicated. Over the years, he's gone from like a bar back who was just sort of working at the bar for money, didn't really care much for cocktails, didn't really care much for drinking, and he's just sort of grown and sort of saw the industry from the outside looking in and from the inside, and has now become like a very serious bartender who's going to be working with me on a new project that I'm working on, you know, as sort of my right-hand man. You know, great guy, funny dude, has done some national comedy tours and things like that as well.
Okay.
So yeah, I'd love to set you up with him, man. He's got a lot going on. He's got a big YouTube presence with like reading children's books for kids, like sort of in a funny black way. You know what I'm saying? He's got a lot happening. So yeah, I think that's somebody. Let's make that happen. Definitely, I'll make that plug for you.
When we run season 3 back, man, he could definitely be a part of it.
And then, I mean, like you said earlier, there's somebody in this town who we have not named yet who is the real OG of black bartender.
For real, like the OG of OGs.
I mean, like, I literally was thinking, I was like, is Chris Hanna the most famous black bartender of all time?
Yes, period.
And honestly, there's no question because I can't think of anybody else who's close.
So we're gonna start a campaign. We're gonna do a social media campaign because Chris don't do no internet.
No,
none of this.
No.
So everybody out there watching, I'm gonna put it together. We're gonna start an internet hashtag campaign to get Chris Hanna on Brown and Balance.
We gotta do it. There ain't no other bartender in the world who works in the French Quarter on a slam Friday night making drinks with a white tuxedo coat on. Don't get a drop on him. That's not possible.
I was his roommate at Cane Camp, right? I was his roommate at Cane Camp. It was. I'll tell you offline the note he left me in the bathroom when we first became roommates. Hilarious.
Yeah.
I never saw him like he always was clean and fresh. We just got out the ocean. Like, how are you dry
It's
We
impossible.
just got out the ocean, dog. Like, I don't get it, man.
I'm telling you. Look, I work a Friday night. I look like a murder scene. If I had a white shirt on, it'd be bitters, syrup, sugars everywhere, stuff.
Yeah.
Dude is in a legit white tuxedo. No mistake, no nothing. You know what I'm saying?
And slam 5 deep.
Oh, to the max, in the French Quarter.
Yeah, and rocking. So that's it. Everybody who's watching season 3 of Brown and Balance. I think we're gonna break the internet if we get Chris Hanna on the show.
Hashtag it, man. Hashtag
I'm
it.
gonna come up with a cool hashtag,
you know?
and we gotta get it out there, man. We gotta get my brother on the show, man.
I'm gonna have to make a T-shirt and just roll up into his bar and be like,
I think that might be a Brown and Balance shirt next. Just a picture of him on it. You know what I mean? Because I'm like his stories, man. He probably got knowledge.
Yeah, to the highest of high.
Man, like I would love that. That would be an episode just him, just me and him talking.
Yes. I mean, you got to talk about his trademark hat. The dude's got his whole thing going. You know,
I'm telling you, man. I saw him walk out the ocean like Jesus, man. He was completely dry, dog.
Dry, no effect. You know,
like I was like, everybody else got swimsuits on. He had on a full button-up slacks and the hat. Came out the ocean like walking on water, bro. It was crazy.
Straight to the bar, you know.
Crazy. Yo, Scott, man, I appreciate you, dog. I'm really happy that I was able to get you on here, man. Over the years, we've always talked about connecting and rocking together, man. You know, I know this is not it. This is gonna be way more for us.
Oh, we got plenty more in the future. There's no question about that.
This was the last episode. I'm gonna just say we saved the best for last.
Hey, my G, I appreciate you,
brother. I appreciate you. Let everybody know how to get at you, man. If they don't know you yet, you know how to follow you, how to get in tune.
Absolutely. As y'all can see right below, you have my Instagram handle, Scott_10s, like a bartender _bar. Scott10s bar on IG. That's where most of my work-related stuff is going to be found. You can also check me out at Misfits Movie Club. That is my pop-up series. It's been on a bit of hiatus throughout the pandemic, but we're about to come back now. You know, guest bartenders, wild drinks, costumes, crazy movies, and charity, all for charity. You know what I'm saying? We did The Last Dragon with my dog Teray. We got some really hot ones that have been in the books already. Plenty more to do in the future, you know? And then if you're ever in New Orleans, come by and see me at Cure, uptown on Ferret Street. If you ask me, the best bar in the city. If you ask me, the best bar even farther than that, but I ain't going to try to be too conceited, you know?
No, man, you know what? No, live in it. Be conceited. Somebody told me about a week ago, stop being so humble, man. If you feel that, man, say that shit.
Okay, yeah, well, we the best one out there then. I don't want to hear about nobody else's list. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's a natural. Clyde said it on our last episode. We, as Black people, we have a tendency to kind of scale back our greatness. Mm-hmm. No, we ain't doing that no more, dog.
Yeah, we're nice with it. We're nice with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let it be known. If you feel like you're the best, you see what my name is on here.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
No question.
So,
no question.
You know, that in itself says what it is, how I feel. So we gotta start putting it out there and continue. Because the only way for us to grow more, because if you say you're great, and if people challenge it, it forces you to be even greater.
That's true. You know what I mean?
You ain't lying. You the best. Y'all the best. I've never had a drink of Cure as many times I've been to New Orleans. So now I know I'm coming to see you.
Next time, come through, G.
There it is, man. All right, that's the move. So that was episode 12. I can't believe you do 12 episodes. We're gonna bring Sherri and Christina back if they're still in the green room. Y'all look like an R&B group. Y'all look like right. You know Yo, but hey, look, thank you all. I usually bring everybody in for some last words. We're gonna let the ladies go first. So, Christina, anything you want to leave the people at the end of season 2?
Oh, overall, just do your best and walk in love. That's all you can do.
Word. And sleep naked, like Christina.
Yeah, and sleep naked. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. One leg out.
Unless you sleep with your grandbaby. Unless your grandbaby gonna come get in the bed with you, and if that's a possibility, then do not sleep naked.
Oh yeah, man. My bad.
All right, Sherri, what you got?
You know, be kind. 'Tis the season, but it's always a season to be kind. You never know what people are going through. And it just takes a little bit of patience on your end for somebody to make it through a hell of a day. So be kind in everything.
There it is. My brother Scott, what you got?
Yes, sir. Everybody out there, just be yourselves. You know, like, don't try to conform to anybody else's style or ideas, especially in life, but also behind the bar, man. Like, show them that flavor that we bring to everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, be yourself behind the bar. Don't try to be like nobody else, you know?
Word. All right, let me see the super producer because usually Dave keeps me all small while I'm talking. Shout out to my super producer Dave, man. But no, everybody, look, love yourself first.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Love yourself first, and then love the people around you. Support Black businesses, protect Black women, love yourself, a Black woman. And tune in on December 17th, next Friday, for the season 2 recap show. We're doing the top 10 moments from season 2. We got some special guests gonna be in here. The cuss button will probably get broken next weekend again. Dwayne's coming on. It's gonna be me and Dwayne, Mia, and we got a special guest that I'm not gonna reveal yet. That's coming. So the cuss button will probably get broke next week, but it's the recap show, so contractually
really
we're done. Yeah, contractually we're done. So it might get broken this weekend. So please, everybody, tune in next Friday, same time. Hey, thank y'all. It's been a wild ride moving this virtually. That I didn't know what was going to happen, man, but it's rocked out. It's worked. All 3 of you guys on screen have been an integral part of that. Thank y'all, for all the support and all that. Sherri for cursing me out on every other Friday at work. And all that. So, I'm out. If anybody else got nothing to say, man, we are out. This is the end.
All right.